What's up, everyone? It's Lugo back again with Fat to Fit day. I don't even know what day we're on. 85, I think. But today we had a nice pull day. This was a really good session. Um, I ended up losing some momentum because I was talking to some of my friends that I saw for the first time in a while, but still a good session nonetheless. I still got a pretty good back pump, even though it was really spaced out. But the main thing that I'm excited about is I deadlifted 300 again today for the first time. Uh, Obviously beltless, um, with straps, so it's a little bit less impressive. But on a stiff bar, and I decided to add a top set um, to my deadlift day because it's been easy, and I made the top set 330. I think it was 330. Um, Yeah, it was 330, 150 kilos, and it moved well. I probably could have done more, which is good to know. And my back downs were 308, 140 kilograms. And I was really happy about that. I really felt like I was locked in with these deadlifts and they were moving fast, which I'm excited about. It was a really good session. And also really felt connected to my upper back. And I felt the pump was really nice, which is strange because my food has been lower, and I added carbs back in yesterday because I didn't have carbs on my rest day. I try to have like trace only on rest days, uh, and so it felt really good to have this pump. And I was trying out a new way to do pull downs, which was just not to let my back fully unlock at the top, and it felt really good, and not only did it feel really good, but I felt stronger than how I normally do pull downs. And it just felt insane. Like the pump that I had before I lost it for talking for a long time. It felt really, really good. Um, and I'm happy about it. It was a really good session. Um, but I had a topic that I really wanted to talk about. Um, and I honestly just don't remember. It's kind of evading my mind. And honestly, it's probably something that I've talked about before, so maybe it wasn't worth talking about that much because I've really covered a lot of stuff with these training videos. And honestly, a lot of the times it's repeat, things, but I kind of just try to talk about whatever comes to my mind. And currently, it doesn't seem like there's anything coming to my mind. Uh, to be honest. Like I'm pretty fried from training. It was a really heavy session, a really nice session, and one that I really enjoyed. My friend joined me in after the pull downs, and we were chilling for a little bit, talking for a good while. And I just had a good one. It was fun. I really felt connected, and I think the carbs are working for me. I've been keeping carbs relatively low or not at all outside of training. So I'll have, carbs after training because I don't eat before. And during training, I'll have about anywhere from 50 to 100 grams of Gatorade powder, just to fuel my training because I don't like having bad training sessions. Having good training sessions is about important to me as losing weight right now, and it's pretty much always going to be that way because I really do not like having bad training sacrificed for weight loss that much. It's obviously going to suffer later down the line, but I think a lot of people really underestimate how much you can not only gain but keep. Well, not only keep but gain during a fat loss phase. Like you shouldn't really be losing strength until that last month where you're really pushing down hard, or maybe even like a month and a half. to be honest, if you're natural, like a month and a half, 2 months, to be honest, because you have to push a little bit harder to get more shredded as a natural. But you know, I think a lot of people just don't push hard enough. If I'm being honest, like while they're while they're losing weight, I think it just needs to push harder because it gets really hard when you're really dropping the calories low. You end up doing some cardio. You end up sitting with a lot of protein and fat, but no carbs. And carbs are a really important fuel source. So you end up just having no energy. And it's really hard to push with no energy. Speaking from experience, like it's just really hard. And not only is it hard, but it's hard to be consistent pushing that much, And so people start to slack and their, workouts get worse and by, you know, relation, their muscle density and their look starts to suffer because they're not training as hard. Um, and it just all goes downhill, right? As soon as you start to realize that you're getting smaller consistently, like the discipline and the motivation goes down the drain as well. And I've noticed in the past too, like when my efforts start to drop off, I feel like my muscle goes with it. And honestly, I feel like I've had like this isn't the most amount of muscle I've had, but I feel like not only am I gaining it rapidly, but I'm like really a lot stronger than I've been on these movements before. And I didn't really do a lot of bodybuilding movements specific before, I stopped lifting, which was maybe for about 6 months where I was really doing intense bodybuilding stuff. But, I was pretty deep in the cut. So it's weird to notice that I'm getting this strong right now. It feels weird because it almost feels like it's fake, like my strength is fake, but I'm just like pushing, and I know I'm not like relatively strong to my body weight, but it just feels nice to gain what I lost back this rapidly, honestly. And I know that I'm not anywhere near where I was, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm proud of the progress that I've made so far. Um, and I just want to let anyone know that's watching that it's never too late to come back. You should always prioritize your health, and if you can, you have to really do whatever it takes. It's up to you to want better health for yourself, and better health is never overrated. Better health is always in the trends. It's always something that you should want for yourself, and it's always something that you should work for. There's a lot of I've said this a lot in other videos, but there's a lot of workarounds that you can make even if you're not going to commit to meal prepping and eating high protein count. Like you can always work around it, and if you're overweight, you could just eat less. Like you just have to actively try. And I know it's a dumb thing to say, but lots of times we're just not actively trying. We just get lost, or we just forget, or we go to the monotony of life and we just forget to try sometimes. And that's okay, but when you catch yourself slipping, you gotta shape up, you gotta do better for yourself. Um, I did a little bit of posing here. Back pump kind of faded. Had a little bit of an arm pump still, but looking extremely mid right now, just tubby. A little bit of back definition going on here, but overspread a little bit. Arms looking kind of good, to be honest. Better than they've looked in a long time. That is for sure. Uh, you know, I am going down again though, which I enjoy. I'm gonna keep myself accountable and not cheat and ruin my progress again. But I hope you enjoyed the video. That's pretty much it. If you did, please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 86 and some legs.